Hey guys, your boy Mark back with another video. Here to give you guys my review of WWE Smackdown 27th June 2025. Um, I wrote my notes on the phone that I am filming this review on. I literally took a photo on this phone. This is not my phone. I didn't get a fourth phone. This is my aunt's phone that I was just talking to my grandmother on. These are my notes for my review. I have... See if you can see it now. You'll probably be able to pause that and see. But, yeah, SmackDown sounded like a much better show than it probably could have been. But it is what it is. We got Night of Champions tomorrow, hopefully. With the stuff with Iran and all that, everything goes safely. Because I'll get onto that in a bit. But there was a massive power outage right near the beginning of this show, SmackDown, and I was terrified for the safety of the talent there, but of course the crew and all that, but also specifically John Cena. Far out. So yeah, first up we start SmackDown with this, and I actually think SmackDown is airing in the U.S. right now as we speak. I'm very sorry I didn't get my review much earlier. I did start watching it when it was live, but then I fell asleep several times. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. But even then, all my phones had to charge, so I couldn't have gotten my review up instantly anyway. But yeah, we start the show with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, basically the King of the Ring finals. Once again, Cody didn't get a chance to speak. Randy Orton's came out straight away, and then so beautiful whenever we hear the crowd singing Randy Orton's entrance music. It's nice. And then they talk for a bit. I can't even remember what they were saying exactly, because this is when the massive power outage happened. The screen froze, and then for like 30 minutes straight, it was the "We'll be right back" commercials that we see on international Netflix. And by the way, no, it wasn't a camel that munched through the cables. That was a joke. All right, because that message never appeared on Netflix, international Netflix. That must have been for those who are streaming the show. So that was pretty funny. Massive power outage. I didn't know what was going on. I was thinking the worst. Everyone was tweeting about it at the time, but yeah. Then we get the first match of the night. Jimmy Uso versus JC Mateo. Another whatever match. But there was a nice little moment where Jimmy was about to do a suicide dive to JC Mateo, but then Solo Sikoa was in the way, and he said no. And they fought some more. JC Mateo did his finisher, which I believe is called Tour of the Islands. Gets the 1-2-3 on Jimmy Uso. So yeah. Then we have a backstage. This was a pretty funny moment that I wrote in my notes. We have the tag teams. We have DIY talking to Humberto and Angel Garza, I think. All the other tag teams except for the Street Profits and the Wyatt Six. Basically talking to the whole tag team division, saying, hey, we got to make sure that the Wyatt Six don't win the titles, something like that. Or otherwise we'll never be able to get the titles again. Something like that. But that was a pretty funny moment. Then we have the Women's United States Championship match. Zelina Vega defending against Julia. This match only went about 5 minutes long, but it was good for what it was. I liked the way that Julia grabbed the ropes with both her feet. That was cool. And then she hit her finisher. 1, 2, 3. Julia is your new WWE Women's United States Champion. Congratulations. Nice. And you all know I'm not the biggest fan of tag team wrestling, so I skipped the next match, DIY versus Andrade and Phoenix, Ray Phoenix, whatever. And then we have Ron Killings trying to call out John Cena again. But Aleister Black comes out saying, hey, stop this, whatever it was he was saying. Gives him a black mass. Yeah. Then we get the tag titles match, which I didn't really watch properly. It was the Street Profits defending against the White Six. And then I think this is when DIY's talk from earlier actually ended up working, because all the tag teams got involved, and this match was a no contest. So, yeah. Now, this match was actually pretty sick. We got a last woman standing match for the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton defending against Nia Jax. I know these two fight all the time, but this match was awesome. I loved it. Weapons all about, brutal stuff. You had Tiffany going through a table, valiantly making it before the count of 10. You had Nia doing the Annihilator on Tiffany, and then doing the Annihilator onto Tiffany again, this time with the chair, which was brutal. Then you had Tiffany kind of powerbomb in like the corner, Nia through another table. They had Nia go through 2 more tables at the same time. It was actually pretty sick. And then Tiffany retains. And what's her name? Naomi did try to cash in, but she didn't cash in it, of course. But then Tiffany retains. So, awesome match, actually. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Then we get the main event, John Cena and CM Punk confrontation. So John Cena comes out, and then he does his thing, his entrance. I don't think John really got a proper chance to talk at all during the segment. Because then CM Punk came out, and CM Punk came out to Punk life. He did his own basic thugonomics thing. He lived up to what he said. He said his response to John Cena would be something unexpected. And it was unexpected. Yeah, but the internet wasn't blowing up about this. I don't know, maybe when the US audience sees it, because like I said, Smackdown is happening right now in the US, like airing now in the US. So maybe it'll blow up then. I don't think it will. A lot of CM Punk's jokes and rhymes didn't land with the crowd at all, which was pretty crack up to see. But yeah, that was good stuff. It was still entertaining. But yeah, Night of Champions tomorrow. Very excited for that, especially John Cena vs. CM Punk. And yeah, that's going to be my reviews of SmackDown. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. I'm not sure what more to say. But yeah, I don't know if the US broadcast of SmackDown will actually somehow show the full Randy and Cody segment or whatever. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.